The world is becoming more and more diverse, more and more mixed. So naturally, the people you date are going to become more mixed, more diverse. Unless, you wear a white hood. But how different is it really to date someone outside of your racial group? Well, today, that's exactly what we're all about. Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Kit, your personal dating coach. And in today's video, I'm gonna go through 5 things you need to be prepared for before you date someone of a different race to you. If you are new here, make sure to like and subscribe. I'm here to make you player proof and help you find the relationship you desire. Now let's get into the video. Interracial dating is happening more and more. But what are some of the things that we need to be prepared for? The first thing, some people are going to assume you're dating that person because you have a specific fetish for that racial group. Whether we like it or not, there are going to be some people out there who have their own personal issues with interracial couples. Whether they feel that you're dating below your race or that you have some kind of sexual fantasy over them because of films and movies and porn, that you lack to see the beauty in quote unquote your own people, whatever that means. Legit, I've had someone say to me that if I date outside my own race, then I must hate my mum. It's cool, don't listen to them. Just know that the reason they're saying those things is because of insecurities that they have about themselves and has nothing to do with you. Because the thing is, there's nothing wrong with having a preference, whether it's a cultural attraction or a physical attraction. Having a preference doesn't mean that you're racist or that you have a fetish. You're only racist if you're saying that you'd never be open to dating anyone from another racial group, that you're purely exclusive to one type of people because of the color of their skin. And if someone tries to ask you, hey, have you ever dated a black, white, brown, yellow, green, purple person, and you haven't, all you need to say is, well, I'm yet to meet a purple person that I've been attracted to, but I'm open to it. They'll try and trap you with that one. The second thing that you need to know, you have to be prepared that their extended family or even nuclear family may not like it. I mean, it's 2020, you'd think we would pass that, but not quite. And it's not even that the family dislike your racial group or make a monthly donation to weareklansmen.com. I promised myself I wouldn't make too many KKK jokes, but racist tendencies or behaviors are on a spectrum. It's not that you either hate everyone or you love everyone, they come at different levels. From things as small as avoiding eye contact all the way up to, meeting in the woods. Okay, I promise that was the last one. But seriously though, this non-acceptance can come from all kinds of families. White families, black families, Asian families, Arabic families. I've heard a few stories about Arabic families. But the crazy thing is, they might actually love who you are as a person, which is the weirdest thing. They just don't like the idea of you ending up with their child. Parents often have this ideal kind of life that they want their child to lead. From what university they go to what career they have, even the person that they marry. And you may not fall into their ideals. For some reason, they just haven't learned that all of that stuff is defined by their child, not by them. That as long as their child is happy, it really shouldn't matter. Also, grandparents, they're probably gonna be the least accepting. Almost guarantee it. But it's important to understand it's probably not because they're horrible, evil people, but it's just a generational thing from the way they were raised and the times that they grew up in. And the more we understand this, the less likely we are to grow hostile feelings towards them of disgust and disdain, and maybe actually have some sympathy towards them. That they've been so poorly miseducated and their lack of openness to just be open and accept only hurts the relationship between them and their family, not anyone else. This isn't to say that you should tolerate any racial behavior, but just know that it's not you, it's them. Third thing, some stereotypes will be true, others won't be. Both are okay. Some racial stereotypes come from hatred and discrimination, but some actually come from some truth, and sometimes really fun truths. Whether it's from a cultural perspective or an evolutionary perspective, or even both. How a black athlete might have a bit of an advantage because from an evolutionary perspective, people of African heritage produce more testosterone, which contributes to muscle growth, athletic performance, and sexual performance. The only mistake that is easy to make here is that you may assume certain stereotypes before actually finding that out about the person. Because that's when you're making a judgment call based on the person's racial group as opposed to the actual individual. And identity politics isn't fun. But at the same time, we don't have to pretend that there aren't some things that are pretty consistent within certain groups. Like if you have a black boyfriend and you're wondering whether to get him E45 or cocoa butter, I would bank on the cocoa butter. The next thing, you have to be open to embracing their culture. If you're not open to embracing their culture, it's never gonna work. Dating and getting into a relationship with someone is all about embracing who they are. The amazing things about them, the things that they need more growth in, and all the pet peeves that they have. And this includes their culture as well. It's part of who they are, and you'll get to know them in certain ways you wouldn't otherwise. Understand their morality, their upbringing, their foundations. Now, this isn't to say that you have to agree with everything about the culture that they come from, but you do have to be open and accepting of it if you're serious about the person, as they would and should be with yours. Plus, it's much better to learn the ins and outs of a culture from someone who's actually part of it, as opposed to, you know, what the media likes to tell us. Hashtag fake news. The next thing, you have to have openness and patience. Relationships require patience, but interracial relationships might require a bit more patience. There might be some moral or idealistic differences between you both because of maybe the culture you both come from or how society treats you both differently. Each and every one of us are an accumulation of all the experiences that we've had. And the reality is, there are going to be some ways society treats us the same, and there are going to be some ways that society treats us different. Now, this isn't about running in the newfound phrase I heard, the oppression Olympics. You know, who's been more disadvantaged or oppressed, and whoever has the more oppression points, the other person has to behave in compensating for that. That is definitely the worst way you could go about it. Regardless how society treats you differently, in your relationship, you are both equal, and you should treat each other as such. But you also have to understand that if you're a team, then whatever their battle is becomes your battle as well. You will experience just fractions of what they experience just by being with them. If you want to find a man who sparks up your love life, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a thing. And as always, keep it slick. How?